Hello, good morning. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Amit. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, Amit. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir, I can.
Yeah, you can hear me, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I will show you one more video, CNC turn mill, so that will make the no understanding and concepts clear.
Sir, can you wait for 5 minutes? OR
Yeah,
lecture is going on.
yeah, that's why I'm showing the video. That's why I'm showing. Ask them to join, no? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Neeraj, please send a message, no, to join. Yeah, please send a message to
Yes,
join.
sir. I'll send.
Yeah. Is it visible? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, is it visible? The screen is visible, no? I am
Yes, sir.
audible also.
Yes, sir.
So this
Yes,
particular
sir. Yes,
video
sir.
is of turn mill. This is the model that is MT540. This CNC machine is called as the mill turn center or turn mill center. It's the same mill turn center or turn mill. The meaning of this is turning as well as milling can be done on both the operations can be done on this machine. That's why it is called as the turn mill. This is a control. The make of this machine is YDPM and this is the model that is MT540. The meaning of 540 is the travel of the axis is 140 millimeter. 140 millimeter. What you can see, this is the spindle, vertical spindle on which end mills or milling motors are mounted, and this is the chuck on which workpiece is mounted, and this is the tailstock support just to give the support to the workpiece if the length of the workpiece is more.
Sir, we can't see anything, sir.
You can't see. Just now you are telling that you are able to see the screen,
Sir,
this
we are
video.
able to
No,
see
sir.
the
We can't
screen.
see.
We can't see
Sorry,
the video. Video is not playing.
Yeah,
We can
no video
see
is
your
visible.
screen.
it's playing now. Are you
No,
able to
sir.
see?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No,
Since
sir.
We are just seeing your screen,
No,
sir.
sir.
The screen is freezing.
Well,
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Morning. Me here, no?
Yes, sir.
हा सर दिसतंय आता.
हा. व्हिडिओ
नाही दिसत आहे सर अजून. स्क्रीन आली आहे बट.
हो सर आला आता. आला.
okay. So this is what is your turret is vertical turret on wheel end wheels are mounted. Now what is the beauty of this machine that it has 20 HP spindle motor. Maximum RPM what you can go is 5000 RPM. The chucks are available into 6-inch, 8-inch or 10-inch sizes. You are all familiar with this. In case if you have doubt, please ask. Orthogonal moving column structure. Orthogonal means 90 degrees movement. Linear guideway construction. So this I will tell. Right now, you just remember that guideways are linear motion guideways. Linear motion guideways means it's actually a frictionless guideway. There is no friction, zero friction. Plus or minus 100 degree B axis design. That means your B axis, that is rotary axis, can be moved from plus 100 degree to minus 100 degrees. That is, it can be rotated through 200 degree total with a resolution of less than 1 degree. This is what is your chuck is, and this is your telescope center. Then you have a short question on automatic pallet changer. This is what is your automatic loading system is. That means by the time one component is being machined, you have to keep other component ready outside. So that is what is called as the automatic loading system, so that your setup time is reduced. This has 36 tools magazine, and that's why it is called as the machining center also. Because if it is a milling machine, last time one of the students he had asked, what is the difference between milling machine and machining center? So machining center will have a tool magazine. MT4 means Morse taper, that is the spindle taper. Then you have a chip conveyor to carry the chip, to convey the chip. Modular design means it is from the point of ease of assembly. The designs are made in modules, like our kitchen. It's modular kitchen. These are the wires. These are wires for holding the components. Now this is the component. This component, the raw material is aluminum, and this is your end mill cutter. It's mounted on a spindle. Alright. Now this spindle can be rotated. That is what I was telling. That B axis, that is plus or minus 100 degree. It can be rotated through total. It can be rotated to 200 degree. That means this is your 180 degree. So 10 degree here and 10 degree here. So it can be rotated through plus or minus 100 degree. These are the coolant pipes, plastic coolant pipes. These are your grease pipes for lubrication purpose. These are your grease pipes for lubrication purpose. So at every 10 minutes or every 5 minutes, whatever you program, a lube oil shot will be given and will lubricate automatically. These are called the telescopic covers. Telescopic covers means covers which goes one into other. These all, so it will be easy for you to understand the hardware when I take CNC hardware. These are the telescopic covers. Telescopic means it goes one inside other, like our three-fold umbrella, two-fold umbrella, or our antenna. So big antenna can be folded back to a small antenna. That is what is called the telescopic cover. These telescopic covers are made up of sheet metals. Earlier it used to be made up of rubber bellows. But then what happens, because of the metal chips or the cuts, that rubber bellows used to get damaged. And once the chips goes inside the guideways, then it will erode. It will erode the guideways. And once the guideways are damaged, the accuracy of the machine will get spoiled. So in order to protect the accuracy, all the guideways are covered with the help of the telescopic covers, which are earlier used to be made from rubber, but nowadays, whenever I say nowadays, means it is always 10 years back. So now it is, you will say always a telescopic covers made up of sheet metals. What we have in our machine shop also. In milling machine, we have rubber bellows. That because that is 1987 model. If you remember, we have HMT, BMC 400. That's a CNC milling. There you will say a rubber bellows. Side by side, we have CNC lathe also, but
So
it
few
has
students are
telescopic
still in
cover.
the waiting room. Can you accept the request?
So now machine capacity.
So,
Yeah. Yes, please.
so few of the students are still in the waiting room. Can you accept the request?
Oh, wait. That's the problem. Again, I had to quit. Yeah, join no? Huh? Hello, Neeraj. Nobody is the waiting no now because normally when the lecture is going on, I don't see WhatsApp.
Study has still not joined.
I admit it. No, nobody is in the waiting. I can.
Okay, so wait for 1 minute. I'll ask him to join again.
Yeah.
You can install AutoAdmit also. Sir, you can also install AutoAdmit.
Okay,
सर आगे करो.
All right.
yes, sir.
Okay. Hello, Neeraj. I think there are 72 students. No,
Yes, sir, but
Neeraj,
some of them
can you
are
hear
not
me?
lecture. So I don't know about
I can see only 61 to
yes,
61 people.
that's the average people attending the lectures.
But what about classroom? In the classroom, only 57 students have joined, so they will not get any material. No, I am waiting.
So I informed the
Google
class.
Classroom, there
I
are only
informed the
57 students
class, but
joined.
I don't know who
I
have
am not
not
talking
joined.
about lecture. I'm not just a minute. I'm not talking about lecture. I'm talking about Google Classroom. 57 students have joined.
So I've put the message on the group multiple times, but still they are not joining. Then
Acha.
I can't help.
Are they facing any difficulties?
No,
You
sir.
uh,
Mostly no.
you have you have to just use the class code and join. That's all.
So
1 minute
I've
work.
given them multiple times.
I see.
So please continue the lecture now.
Okay. So this is your aluminium workpiece. So you have two axis movement here. That is, you have x-axis, y-axis here, and again you have front, that is z-axis, and your spindle can be oriented, that is your w-axis. So far you have seen four axes here, and then b-axis. So this is your y-axis. So these are the travel x, z, y, w, and b ka travel. You know that is b is travel means that rotation, that is total 200 degree. These are the feed rates what is available on this machine. 30 meter per minute, 30 meter minute. That is in 1 minute it can go 30 meter. If I want to talk in terms of feet, then 30 into 3.28. So almost 100 feet, 100 feet in a minute, or in terms of kilometer, 30 into 60. So that is 1800. So 1800, so you can say around 1.8 kilometer per hour. So that is the feed rate. So you can imagine how fast the machining is happening. This particular operation is called as the face milling. This particular operation is called as the face milling. Face milling. This is. You can see the inserts. This is a cutter. You can see the insert here. You have one more insert, one insert here, and another insert 180 degree opposite to this. 180 degree opposite to this. Right? So the speeds, spindle speeds are 5,000 0 to 5,000 RPM. Nowadays the machines are available. Nowadays means 10 years back. So machines are available up to 10,000 RPM. 10,000. Our CNC lathe, which is 15 years back, that machine has 6,000 RPM. 6,000 RPM. Spindle knows this is JIS. This is your Japanese standard, and JIS 826. So that stands for the taper of the spindle. Normally BT40 or MT40 are these standards are used. Then it has a very strong motor, that is 22 kilowatts. So you multiply by 1.36, nearly 30 HP. So you can imagine the cutting ability of the machine. The torque what you get is around 60 kg meter. These are the chips. The chip should come like this. It should not be a continuous chips. The chips should be discontinuous. That means your cutting action is good. Now this particular cutting is called the dry cutting. Dry cutting. So milling head. This is your milling head. It has a one spindle with ATC. ATC means automatic tool changer. I am just telling you the important specification. Then you have tool shank type. So see, you have two spindles. One is here for the head, and another is for the workpiece. Right. So which conforms to two different standards. Indexing time, that is for the tool indexing, that is 0.5 seconds. And indexing is bidirectional. Bidirectional means indexing can happen in both the directions. Then see now milling spindle speed. So you have two spindles as I have been telling. One is workpiece. Workpiece, the rotations available is 5,000 RPM, and for the milling, the rotations available is 12,000 RPM, 12,000 revolutions per minute. Why this 12th, why such a high? Because nowadays we are using very high tech cutting tool material. We are using inserts made up of CBN, that is cubic bore of nitride. We are using inserts like diamond. So there the cutting speeds what you can use is 200 or 300 meters per minute. So if you consider 10 dia cutter, so 300, and if you calculate B is equal to pi dn, then RPM will come across 10,000. because no doubt you are using AK-47. You have persons capable to handle AK-47 gun. So like that you can use very high tech cutting tools, but then you should have proper machine tools to utilize the capacity of that inserts. Otherwise, it will not cut. If you are using CBL and if a machine is capable of giving RPM of 2000 2500, there will not be any proper cutting action. So that's why such a high RPMs are required. So you can imagine how to build a machine tool. How the machine tool is 12,000 RPM. That means it should be totally vibration free. There should not be any vibrations. Otherwise, it will cause chatter. So how you have to design, how the guideway should be designed, how the foundation should be designed, how the structure should be, how the speed gearbox, how the feed gearbox. So that depends on the you start with the spindle. You start with the spindle. What RPM you should have, and what should be the diameter of the workpieces, and then you go. Once you have the spindle rotations, and once you have the workpiece diameters in your hand, then you go for the structural design. And once you have the structural design, then you go for the motor HP calculations. Programming is slightly difficult for this component, but it is done offline. It is done offline means for on a dedicated computer. It is not, it cannot be programming cannot be done on the machine. These are all discontinuous. This is your PVC coolant pipe. This is dry cutting. Dry cutting means for aluminium and cast iron. Generally, we don't use. Now, this is what you are doing is orienting the spindle. You are orienting the spindle through 180 degree. So that's another axis, which is generally called as the C axis. These are the soft jaws. These are called as the soft jaws. These are the soft jaws. Soft jaws because this particular diameter is ton, and on this diameter we are holding. Suppose if you use the hard jaws, then that will cause impression. So in order to avoid the impressions, we have to use the soft jaws. These soft jaws are fixed with the help of the Allen bolts. These are the counter bolts through which the Allen bolts are inserted and they are fixed to the chuck. Now it has been workpiece spindle has been rotated through 180 degree. See, imagine how your spindle should be rigid. Now just you are just showing the application of coolant. You can use coolant for aluminum, not necessarily that we should not use. Definitely that will increase the cutting efficiency. But for the cast time, you cannot use soluble oil. You have to use kerosene and plus air. Air also can be used. So that is for the mist coolant. That is a mixture of air plus kerosene. A kind of a spray, a kind of a spray. This is interpolation, circular interpolation. See, I was talking about that B axis. That spindle can be rotated through plus minus 100 degree. See, you have three axes moving, as well as you have B axis also moving. This is what is your B axis is. So it's a 5-axis machine. See how it is being rotated. How it is being rotated. X, Y, Z, as well as B. So Z axis is along this. Z axis is here. Always in case of lathe, Z axis is the longitudinal axis. Then for this head, you have two axes, X and Y, and then this is your B axis, and then spindle is your W axis, or it is C axis. For this particular machine, this video, it is W. So X, I repeat, X, Y, then Z like this, then this is your B, and for the spindle, you have W. And that's why it is called the 5-axis. 5-axis machining means all the 5 axes can be controlled simultaneously. This particular cutter is called as the ball nose cutter. This is your ball nose cutter. These are your telescopic covers which are sliding one inside other. There are two types of cutter. One is for the ball nose and another is for the boots. Ball nose cutter will have a ball totally converted or totally ground into ball, whereas bull nose cutter will have a radius at the ends, that is on the diameter, will have a radius. So in terms of finish and in terms of tolerances, CNC will always supersede your 3D printing and 3D metal printing. Last time there was a question, no way that 3D metal printing is closer to CNC machining. Because we are talking about tolerances of plus minus 5 micron and surface finish of 0.1 RA or even sometimes 0.05 RA value. So only with the help of two cutters, one is your flat end mill which we saw before, and another is this ball nose cutter. Such a beautiful machining has been done. This is workpiece spindle and this is tool spindle. You have to remember for numerical calculation that radian upon 1000, where V is cutting speed, pi is 3.14 or 22 by 7, D is the diameter of the workpiece or diameter of the tool. In case of milling, it is diameter of the tool. In case of workpiece, in case of lathe, where the workpiece is rotating, the D is the diameter of the workpiece. And in case of turn mill, D is what? So if you refer to workpiece spindle, then D is diameter of the workpiece. If you refer to the tool spindle, then D is the diameter of the tool. So using V is equal to pi d n upon 1000, you can calculate the RPM. Then feed rate, feed rate is defined in millimeter per revolutions or in millimeter per minute. Feed rate is nothing but the velocity. It is the rate at which the tool passes. This is a finished component. It's a trophy kind of thing. It's a trophy. So this is what. See, it is located between center and chuck, and some more operation is being carried out. Here is the screen is visible. This need for numerical control.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Need for numerical control. This presentation. Can you see this?
हो सर दिसतंय.
Huh?
येस सर.
Yes, no? Yeah. So I'll make it full screen. So last time we were discussing this quality, accuracy. I'll just recap it. Accuracy, repeatability, then cost, then variety, that is flexibility. And last time I also told what is numerical control. Numerical control means essentially it is 1010, and we also studied how to convert a decimal into a binary, that is 8421 system, and binary into decimal. Like suppose if it is
Sir, not visible.
not visible,
Yeah, not visible.
what is, yes, is it visible now? Is it visible?
Yes, yes.
So we saw how to convert decimal to binary, binary to decimal, like 111. So, and this is how you convert all your instructions, programming instructions into 1010, which is called the machine language. And there are some ASCII codes, ASCII codes, ASCII, ASCII codes, which converts all 256 characters, 256 characters. So that 256 will cover up all characters, any special characters also, whether exclamation mark and this thing. Any characters will be covered up in that 256. So using ASCII codes, all these programming instructions, whatever you write in high level language, that is English, are converted into machine language, that is 1010. And these are low volt signals which are converted into high voltage signals. These high voltages are given to the motor, and then the motor runs. This is what we had discussed last time. So NC, CNC, now forget about NC, now it is CNC only. So you can get good quality parts at low cost. The time is short and productivity is also high. Advantages of NC and CNC. This can come for 5 marks in short note or in question number 1. Write on the advantages of CNC machine or NC machine. So, repeatability is always important. That is what I told you also last time. Special tools are not required. That is, special forming tools are not required because all the forming or complex shapes can be generated because generally CNC they have 5 axes. So all the complex shapes can be generated by rotating axis simultaneously. So special tools are not required. Again, these are the more advantages. Any complex shapes or even impossible to machine parts or the parts which require 3 or 4 machines, that is lathe machine, milling machine, grinding machine or sorting machine, can be done on this single machine. So imagine that means it can replace 5 machines. So there is a space saving, an operator saving. Only the initial investment is high. Then since the repeatability is high, it will produce the components after components in closer tolerances or the tolerances whatever has been given in the drawing. So inspection is not required. Because your process itself is capable. I have been telling inspection is the best. Whether you do it on lathe machine or whether you do it on CNC machine. inspection is basically a acceptance function. It only says whether the component is okay or not okay, whether to take the accept or to reject the component. It is not going to improve your quality. Then how the quality will be improved? The quality will be improved by your process. Your process should be capable, and that is what is called the process capability. Your process, your machine, your tools, your people, your operators, your engineers, they should be capable of producing the components which are right at the first time. It is not inspection. Remember, it is not inspection which improves the quality. If your machine is good enough that it will produce the proper component, if the engineers he has done proper programming, your operator he has done the setting properly, then there is absolutely no reason why the component will be rejected. So absolutely, inspection can be eliminated. Even many manufacturers, many big manufacturers, they have closed their inspection department. The pattern which is supplied by vendors or suppliers, it directly goes to the assembly line. That is at the point of use. If anything goes wrong, then the producer is responsible. They call the producer or the supplier immediately come resolve the problem until whatever loss is there that has to be that loss has to be borne by the supplier or the producer. So that producer or supplier can be in-house or can be external. Lead time. Lead time means what? Right from the receipt of the order till the dispatch. Since I told that it produces, 4 or 5 machines can be clubbed together. So operations of 4 or 5 machines can be done on one single machine. The lead time and even work in process inventory is also reduced. So it helps in single piece flow. It helps in single piece flow means what? The raw material is entered. It is not stagnant anywhere, and raw material is turned into finished product. Like Godrej cupboard line, if you talk about cupboard line, so what is the input here? Cupboard ka input is sheet metal, patra, isn't it? So you have a sheet metal as a input raw material. Then various operations are done: cutting, blanking, bending, pivoting, etc., etc. So everything that sheet metal flows to different stations. Then finally, as a painting, then assembly, and then dispatch. So it is not hold anywhere. So that is what we say that work in process inventory has to be zero. And nowadays the concept is zero inventory, zero inventory. Whether it is raw material inventory, whether it is work in process inventory or inventory, inventory should be zero or as low as possible. What are the functions that can be automated? That is, spindle can be spindle can be start and stop automatically, and some of you may be knowing the codes for this. The M03, I'll tell you what is this. These are the assembly codes. M03 is for starting the spindle in forward clockwise direction. M04 is for anti-clockwise direction. M05, that is for stopping of the spindle. You may be understanding this little because the CNC machine you are programming, and programming, how do you do programming? Then you use some codes. The codes basically they are divided into two types. One is for the G code and another is for the M code. M codes are generally related to the hardwares, and G codes are related to the geometry of the workpiece. So now M03, M04 is the start of the spindle in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. M05 is for stopping the spindle. You can control the spindle speed. The beauty of this CNC machine is that, like we have just seen now this particular machine that the speeds were from 0 to 5000 RPM. So any speed in between this, if you want say 400.543 up to 3 decimal resolution, you can get it. And that's why this is called the positively infinitely variable speed, PIV. PIV. The meaning of PIV is positively infinitely variable speed. You can position the tools at desired location, means X or Z. I say Z 20.052. So that much accuracy you can get. That is 1 micron accuracy. So it has a strong braking action. See, remember, because when you say 50.012 at that particular specific time, time, the CNC has to achieve that position and it has to stop at that particular point. So there should not be any overshoot. Overshoot मतलब machine should not move ahead और there should not be any undershoot also. मतलब आगे भी नहीं जाना मांगता है, पीछे भी नहीं जाना मांगता है. बराबर जो desired position है, at that position itself it should stop. So this is achieved by hardware, by braking, strong braking, you know. And when you apply the brake immediately, it should not topple like if you apply the brake in car or in cycle or in scooter, it topples. So that should not happen. There should not be any damage to the hardware. So these are called zero current brakes, like emergency brakes what you apply in trains. So there has to be some deceleration and then stopping and then again acceleration. So all this is hardware part design. It's quite interesting to study this. There is a book. The author name is Thayer, Thyer. So that book is beautiful. If somebody is interested in learning more about the design of the hardware, this book will give good insights. Then even the tool take, that is feed rates, are infinitely. That is from, let's say, from 0 to, we are talking about, say, 1 millimeter per revolution. So you can have infinitely feed rates available. 0.1 millimeter per revolution, 0.15 millimeter per revolution, 0.152 millimeter per revolution. So that is possible. Then changing of the tools in the spindle. So that is what is called as the automatic tool changer. Again, it is important. Automatic tool changer, automatic pallet changer, important from your examination point of view. A short note, 5 marks to 7 marks, depending upon the type of question. By default, NC is CNC here. So the instructions are given in high level language, that is in English, that is X50, Y50, and then that is converted into numbers. Earlier, as I told, that instructions was in the form of paper tape. The width of the paper tape was 1 inch or magnetic tape. So that's why it was called as a tape numerical control. The evolution, I am talking about evolution of the CNCs. So earlier it was tape numerical control, and the tape was a special kind of paper in which the holes were according to 10101010 according to the holes were punched. So holes is punched means 1, hole is not punched means 0. Like that it is. Paper tape. Then paper tape were replaced by magnetic tape in the form of the cassettes. So the programs used to store in the cassettes, like our audio cassette. And then this tape, there was a provision of reading the tape, and that is what reader, tape reader, tape. So there has to be a tape reader and there has to be a magnetic tape reader. This is of course in the beginning. In the beginning, that is, we are talking about evolution of the CNCs. So it was tape numerical control, first type. Then you have NC machines that time had not any computers, no software, because that's why this what I'm talking is about 70s and 80s. The computers at second generation, third generation, fourth generation computer were just being developed. And as the technology evolved, the electronic parts were upgraded, and these tapes and cassettes were replaced by your mini computer, microcomputer. Then there was a feedback control. So you must be knowing that there is something called the open loop control and closed loop control. So earlier that tape control or the cassette control, there was no feedback control. Like suppose if I give a code or a command of say X50, then in case of open loop there was no control whether 50 has been achieved or not. So in case of open loop there was no control, but in case of closed loop control, it will check whether X50 has been achieved or not. So for that there are feedback systems. For that, there are hardware devices for the encoder or tachogen. These are the hardware devices which are used for checking whether the desired position has been achieved or not. It is something like your parent, you have told Okay, you are going to the college, go. Okay, and then they will ask you, after 1 hour, after 1 hour, whether beta you are reached or not. So that is what is called as the closed loop control, right? Loop control means you are not bothered to inform parents. Yes, yes, when I have reached. So that is what is your open loop control. Or you are not informing your reports, your progress card. So there is no control. So this is what feedback control is divided into two parts: open loop control and closed loop control. Nowadays means 10 years back or 15 years back, every machine has closed loop control kind of feedback with the help of the rotary encoders, or with the help of the linear scales. Linear scales means having transducers, or with the help of the tacho generators. These are the various devices which are used for feedback control. So this is how typical CNC machine will look like. Now CNC is divided basically into two parts. So it's a work of two people. Basically, you have a machine tool. Okay. So there is an expert in machine tool manufacturer, and there is an expert in control control manufacturer. And this control, this machine control unit, is connected to the machine tool. So I repeat, this is the machine tool. Okay, like your conventional machine tool. And this is what is your control. That is where you give the instructions, programming instructions. Now machine tools mean there are experts in machine tools like say Kirloskar, Batley Boyd, HMD, Hindustan Machine Tools, BFW, Bharat Freight Governor. These are the experts in machine tools. They have technology. They have been doing for many years. And for control, if you talk about control, Fanuc, Siemens, Fanuc from Japan, Siemens from Germany, Ironine, Maho, Dialog. These are the people, so these are the brands, or these are the people who are experts in control manufacturing. And there are peoples who are experts in both, like say ACE. What we have is ACE, or ACE means ACE, ACE designers. They manufacture machine tools as well as they manufacture control. Micromatic, they manufacture machine tools as well as control. Decale, experts in machine tool as well as control. There are many ways. Now remember, this machine tool, this particular machine tool, that is a vertical milling machine, is, even though it looks like a conventional machine, but it is not like a conventional machine, because in conventional machine, if I am talking about lead screw, the lead screw is here. It's a ordinary lead screw having say Acme threads, whereas in case of CNC, the lead screw is replaced by ball screw. You'll come to know what is ball screw, or a frictionless screw, or a zero backlash screw. All the motors are normally induction motors in case of conventional machine tools, normal or workshop machine. But in case of CNC, all the motors, normal AC motors or induction motors, are replaced by servo motors. Servo motors. Then braking system. Usually we use zero current brakes in case of CNC, which is not so in conventional machine. Zero current brake means moment you give the stop code M05, now motor is rotating, isn't it? That's why the screw is rotating and the table is moving. Zero current brake means it will switch to the generating action. It will switch to the generating action, and the brakes will be applied immediately. The current will be zero, and the care has been taken not to topple topple of the component. That is what your technology is. So evolution started all the way from 60s. Computer is an integral part now in case of CNC, because we say it's computerized numerical control. It's always a closed loop control. And how the closed loop control happens? Like say you have a data flow, like this is what is your mini computer or micro computer where you give the instructions, right? And from this, whatever instruction you give, I have been telling you, that is in high level language, like say x50, z50, y50, and c 50 degree. So that's the English kind of language. So that is converted into machine language, means 1010. Then high voltage signals are generated, and then that high voltage signals flows through this, and it goes to the motor. So motors are located. Now say if this is z axis, the motors are located behind this z axis. If this is x axis and the cross is y axis, then now this is what is your motor. This is what is your motor, but behind your x motor, this is your y motor. And on this motor, encoders are fitted or tacho generators are fitted. So that gives signal to the computer. So it always keeps on checking. Like your mummy is calling every 15 minutes. Abhi kidhar hai? Abhi kidhar hai? Pahuncha ki nahi? Pahuncha ki nahi? So like that, this encoder keeps on checking. If X 100, that is the command, whether 100 has been achieved or not. Alright. So that comparison always happens in the computer. And moment X 100 is reached, then the motor is stopped. This is what is called as the closed loop control. And what are the feedback devices I have been telling? Encoder, echo generator, linear scales, and the transducer. They're all used for check, giving the feedback. So this is a comparison of CNC or NC. See, in NC, remember there is no computer. In NC, there is no computer. In CNC, there is a computer. So NC is basically tape numerical control. By default, it is tape numerical control. NC. So CNC may you have a dedicated computer which have high program storage. We are talking about 1 TB. Then you can do editing, downloading, and uploading of the program because of the computer. In NC, it is not possible. This is again a sure short question that distinguish between CNC and NC. If it is 5 marks, then minimum 5 points has to be given. Don't give more than 5 points because 6 points normally we don't check. Only first point, first 5 points. If it is 2 marks, then 2 points. 2 marks and 2 points in distinguish. Again, if left hand side point is correct and right hand side point is incorrect, then no marks, 0 marks. You cannot claim that I want half mark. No. Both the points has to be correct, then only you give 1 mark for 1 point. So since there is no computer in CNC, in NC, sorry, editing, downloading, uploading is not possible. Then program simulation using full part. Like once you are done the editing, once you are done the program editing, program uploading, then you can check the toolpath simulation without cutting because you are not sure now program has been uploaded. So you have to test the program whether it is cutting properly or whether it will cause any accident, whether it will dash, a tool will dash the components. All that has to be checked. So for that you can simulate on the screen. That is possible only in CNC on the computers. In tape numerical control, there is no provision. You can see only in tape numerical control, you can see only digits X, Y, and Z. That's all. You cannot read like a screen, like your computer. NC is like your DRO, digital readout. Or I will tell you, like if you are on the railway platform, you can see the digital readout, digital indicator. डिजिटल क्लॉक के नीचे खड़ा हो गया डिजिटल इंडिकेटर के नीचे आई एम स्टैंडिंग सो expected time, what is the next time, etc. So NC is nothing but you will have that DRO kind of things which will give the X, Y, and Z reading. That's all, nothing else. Then tool offset data and tool life management can be done in CNC. Tool offset, etc. I will tell you. Tool offset data means it's nothing but the tool history. Tool history. Tool life management means like is the life between two regrinding or life between two changes of the tool. Like suppose today I have changed the tool and then after say 3 hours I am replacing it. So the life is 3 hours. So you have to as an engineer you have to see why I am getting 3 hours. Why not 10 hours? So that is what is tool life management. Then you have some advanced part programming facilities in CNC. Macros and subroutines is nothing but like a sub-program. What you do in Java or in C. I think you are familiar with C or Java, isn't it? Then drift feeding of part program for large size pro part program. Now, whenever you do dies, big dies on CNC milling, like for automobile hood, automobile bumpers, those dies are very big. The size is very big. Normally, 8 foot by 4 feet. The height wise also 3 feet. So here the programs are very big, very big. So that programs cannot be stored. So that time, what we do, we have a offline computer. That is, we have a offline computer programming station where we have a software like say, MasterCam and so. So from that offline computer, the program is interface. This offline computer is interface to the machine computer, and then the instructions are, you know, transferred page by page. Like say 10 blocks has been started from the offline computer to the machine computer. 10 blocks are in or 10 lines are in buffer. So once the 10 lines are executed, then another 10 lines flows. That is what is called the drift feeding. And this is all automatic. Normally such kind of huge programs uh, we run in the night shift. In the night shift unmanned. In the night shift unmanned. So it keeps on the program keeps on flowing or transferring from the offline or the desktop computer to the machine computer. This is what is called as the drift feeding of the part programs. Then you can have hard disk. You have the hard disk which is just used to improve the storage capacity. And you have additional software for diagnostics and maintenance. This is only possible on CNCs. Additional software for diagnostic and maintenance of the machine. So that is a PLC logic, which is again something interesting to learn. That if something goes wrong, it will detect automatically and it will display what error is. It will also suggest that where to go and how to resolve the particular problem. Then what are the basic components of an NC system? Of course, first is your program of instructions. So you know how to calculate binary, decimal to binary and binary to decimal. So again and again I am telling all the characters, all the instructions which are given in high level languages in English, those are converted into machine level languages, that is 101010. Then you have machine control unit. This is also called as the MCU, and then you have processing unit, which processes the data. So processing unit means converting low level signals into high level signals, sending these signals to the motors, running the motors, executing the instructions, all those things that will come under process. So it will consist of processing equipment में machine से MCU में you will have a computer, processing equipment में you will have motors, you will have relays. I hope you understand. You will have contactors, and you will have transformer. All this is housed in the control panel. you have something called as the control panel, in which you will see, if you open it, you will see relays, you will see contactors, you will see transformers, type of transformer, you will see different cards. So that is what is called as the processing unit. So you have a program, then you have MCU. So machine control unit will convert your program such that your all machine axis, spindle, etc. are moved. So the program will consist of geometry of the part. Geometry means the shape. Then cutting process parameters. That is, what is the cutting speed and what is the feed rates. Then what type of cutting tools you are going to use. So all this information should have. That is what is called the input information. Then the part program is entered into the computer of the machine, or it is online, or you can transfer this program offline also. And that is what is called as the interfacing. This is RS232C interfacing, that is a serial interfacing, so that your time is saved. Like machining is going on, and at the same time, in the background, you can transfer the program for next component from your desktop or from your laptop to the machine computer. See, there are two things. You are talking about two computers. One is a computer which is on the machine, built by say Siemens or Fanuc, and another what we are talking is offline, where we do programming either on the desktop computer or on the laptop. So whatever programs you have made on the laptop are being transferred while the machining is going on. You don't have to stop the machine and feed the program. Then, as I told, this MCU, it controls the servo motors. On the CNC, we always use servo motors, because servo motors has precise control on the positions. So my MCU will consist of microcomputer and related hardware. It stores the program. Then program of instructions are executed into the movements of the machines. Movements of the machine means whatever instructions you are giving, that has been converted, low voltage to high voltage signals has gone to the motor, motor moves and leads to or balls to rotate, so on. And you have instructions for tool changing, you have instruction for coolant on, coolant off, you have instruction for lubrication on, lubrication off. Either it can be automatic or it can be manual, or you can program it every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes. So all those. So the question which can be asked, what are the functions of MCU? So this is what you can write. So MCU has feedback control elements. MCU should read, isn't it? Machine control unit. That is a controller. What you can see, the computer screen, what you can see on the machine. Generally, the Siemens and the Fanuc, they are the pioneers in CNC. Then you have various calculation algorithms for interpolation, that is circular interpolation, just 2 minutes, and helical interpolations. Even parabolic interpolation, will come to know slowly what is this interpolation means. And you have softwares to convert NC part program. This is the architecture. Like, you have memory, then you have central processing unit, then you have put-output interface. What is your system bus? Means it is bus means it's a bunch of wire and tool controls, position control, spindle speed control, and sequence control,
Sir, can you
coolant
please
control,
conclude?
pixel control, tool changer, etc.
Sir,
Yeah.
can you please
Yes.
conclude, as we have the next lecture in like 20 minutes and we have a short break right now?
Okay. Okay, so I'll stop sharing now. Okay.
Yes, thank you,
So
sir.
any doubts? I can take it. Question and answers. Hello.
Sir, no doubts.
Hello. No
Thank
doubts.
you, sir.
Hello.
Thank you, sir.
What is the full form of TNC? Anybody?
Tape numeric control.
What is the full form of VMC? Just 1 minute.
Vertical
BMC.
Machine Center.
Vertical Machining Center. What is the full form of BNC? BNC. N for nut.
Voice numerical control.
Voice numerical control. This voice numerical control. Full form of MCU. Last question. MCU.
What? M?
Machine control unit.
Machine control. Thank you, Sachin. I hope you are all right. Sachin.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine,
All
sir.
good, sir.
Okay. Good. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You can
Thank
take
you,
a
sir.
leave. Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, Aditya. You are there? Any doubts? I think you are left. Is it? Any doubts? Okay, then I'll take your leave.